So earlier today, the story came out, an early leak for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74, that Vegeta would be tapping into a new form and that the majority of the manga chapter would be all about Vegeta versus Granola. We now have a look. We have our first look at the new form and what it looks like, courtesy of DBS Hype and the Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74 leaked images. So we're gonna get into it right here. This first image is from pretty early in the chapter. It's not really a big spoiler. It's just Granola. And I apologize about the quality. Apologize, excuse me, about the quality of this image. We'll have a better one probably later on today. But take a look at this right here. So Vegeta looking to get pounded. Now, if you want details on what happens in this manga chapter, I'm going to leave a link in the right now in the upper corner of the screen. It should have a card that'll take you to the video I put out earlier today about, little under 2 hours ago, or maybe 2.5 hours ago, depending on when you see it. It's a video I put out earlier today with complete details on the Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74 story. But there's going to be more images coming out in the next few hours and even days about this chapter. We have 4 images for you here today on this video. If you're new, of course, subscribe, and there will be a lot of stuff coming out this weekend. And then next week is the movie panel with the Japanese All-Stars. So this is going to be an insane month for Dragon Ball Super news. Anyways, moving on. Here we have bloodied up, beat up Vegeta, who is remarking to Granola that he's not done yet. Of course, we have a lot of other pages that we haven't seen yet that will show Granola's incredible power that he's going to be using against Vegeta. Vegeta here, just a bloodied mess. I mentioned this earlier in the previous video I did about how the manga has less restrictions on violence and gore, so we can see more blood and things like that in the manga when compared to the anime, which, because of Japanese television standards and the time slot, are never going to be as violent as the manga is allowed to be. So let's move forward here. Now this image came out earlier, but I wasn't sure if it was real. Actually, this is the last image. Let's go back. This is Vegeta transforming into the form. Notice the look of concern on Granola's face. Now, that should tell you something. So, I know Vegeta fans are already going to assume this is stronger than UI. Again, I don't think it is necessarily, but I will say that it's probably going to be a thing where it's going to be different than UI. It'll be different. And I want to take some notes here for you guys on what's going on. So here's the awesome flame aura. First of all, now we don't know much about this form, like power and what it can do, but I gotta give credit. The flame aura surrounding it, like the dark Hakai energy surrounding it, looks freaking cool. I cannot wait for this to be animated. And I want to note here a few things. His hair appears to be straight black with highlights. Now, the highlights could be like energy coming from him, but also it could also be a deeper purple, because this is a black and white manga. So when we actually get a look at this form in color, right? It's probably going to be, I'm guessing, either this color, like a dark black with highlights, or maybe like a deep purple, like a deep purple, or maybe it's going to be black with purple highlights. I don't know. I mean, it's black and white. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. But also, one thing to know, and I want to thank Jake Plays for this note, is that when Vegeta transforms into this, it appears to have healed him. Because remember, this dude's bloodied up. He's puking up blood, but yet he seems to be okay. And there is the no eyebrow Super Saiyan 3 look, and the new aura, which I'm digging the aura. I think the aura looks great. Again, we can only judge this based on aesthetics. I know that Vegeta fans are going to be going nuts over this. I know how y'all are. People are dying for Vegeta to get a W. I'm not so sure he actually will. I still am under the belief that this fight with Granola is going to end in a stalemate because the Heaters will make their wish, probably in Chapter 75. But I do like the fact that Toyotaro is taking his time telling the story. We haven't jumped to that yet. We're still kind of fleshing out this fight. And me personally, I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with the fleshing out. But there is your look right there of Vegeta. Let me look at that last image here. Again, it appears like he's healed. Vegeta definitely looks ripped, but not He doesn't look to be as jacked as he was in grade 2 in the form he used against second form Cell back in Dragon Ball Z. I don't think he's at that level of buffness, but he does also look a tiny bit slimmer. It could be the camera angle or whatever, the angle of the art, not camera, but you know what I mean. Because it could be a thing where maybe Vegeta is, because he looks ripped. I mean, he's definitely shredded. He doesn't look skinny like Super Saiyan God, but Vegeta never looked that skinny when he was in Super Saiyan God. Notice that the lanky arms and whatnot that we saw with Goku using Super Saiyan God, Vegeta does look a bit more ripped in his version of God. But notice how his hair, take a good look at his hair here. See how it like spikes back? That's a new look for Vegeta right there. So it's almost like not quite Super Saiyan 3, right? But like on the way to becoming SS3. If you go back and look at Goku's anime transformation to SS3, when his hair grows back, you could pause it and it would look somewhat like this. So this is without question a new form that Vegeta was able to tap into, probably by combining. My guess, this is my guess, okay, this is not official. I'm guessing based on being a Dragon Ball fan for many years, is that what Vegeta did is, like with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, which I did explain in a video recently. I'll link to that one as well at the end of this one. This form is what happens if you trigger Hakai energy, God of Destruction energy, and then transform into a Super Saiyan or a Super Saiyan God. That's my guess. It's sort of like what they did with God Ki to make Super Saiyan Blue, right? Except with Hakai energy, which apparently this solidifies the fact that Vegeta's training is indeed complete. And that no matter which way you slice it, that Vegeta, I'm not saying he's at the rank of God of Destruction to where he's going to take over Beerus's job. I don't see that because he's not really interested in that. But even though it would be a funny arc, seeing Vegeta as the God would be a funny little arc. I don't think he'll keep it, but that'd be a good little arc. It'd be funny, but seeing him hit this power level, I mean, I think this, my opinion, I think this is above Topo. I think that he's gained a higher mastery of Hakai, and I think that it could be a situation where even if Granola's stronger than him, can Granola block the Hakai? We've been talking about this for months now. And more importantly, can he block the level of Hakai that Vegeta can do? There's going to be a lot more to come in the next few days about this manga chapter, and then my review will be up, of course. I was not expecting to get spoilers this early, so I have a video that was supposed to go up today. It's going to be postponed for the 21st, so you're going to get all kinds of stuff in the next few days. Manga spoilers, the manga review, and you'll get that video about the movie and the anime and what happens in the future after the movie comes out, as well as coverage of the San Diego Comic-Con movie panel, all on this channel coming up. Leave a link. Leave a comment. Of course, tell me what you think about God of Destruction Vegeta, how he looks aesthetically. And of course, subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. I'll talk to you soon. Crazy. Crazy.